Don't like it. I'll stick that on, no problem. Okay, ready to go. Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Milton Keynes. We are welcomed back from the international break with the third round of the Adobe FA Cup in Blue's first ever visit to Stadium MK in Buckinghamshire. 5 consecutive wins was a statement to the Women's Championship by Darren Carter's side, but a defeat to Charlton Athletic in the League Cup slightly soured the form table before the globe-trotting international break came around. Today, Blues seek to rekindle the spirit of 2012, which saw them beat Chelsea on penalties to lift this trophy at Ashton Gate. They were knocked out by Brighton and Hove Albion last time out in the quarter-finals. But a good omen for Blues today is that they've won their last 2 away FA Cup ties, losing just 1 of their last 7 cup matches on the road. And here come the teams, Milton Keynes Dons women and Blues women. Emerging from the tunnel, our opponents today, MK Dons women, were founded in 2009, 5 years after the men's side here in Milton Keynes, and play their football in the Southern Premier Division of the Women's National League after promotion from the First Division 4 years ago. As far as their league form is concerned, they've won 5 of their 10 games so far in the campaign, losing just once here, conceding 4 goals in 5 games at Stadium MK. They've never progressed past this stage in this particular competition, being dumped out by Charlton Athletic last season, but they've already eased past Cambridge City and Worcester to be here this afternoon. They certainly come into this one as underdogs, but of course the Adobe FA Cup can be full of surprises. So whilst we just await the 2 teams to emerge out of the tunnel, here's our Blues lineup. Lucy Thomas starts in goal. From right to left, it's Finn, Lawley, Quinn and Harris across the back. Jade Moore and Christy Harrison-Murray sit in front of them. Jade Pennock, Ivana Fuso and Lucy Quinn will provide ammunition to Libby Smith up top. As for the home side, MK Dons women, Chloe Sansom starts in goal, their captain. Hannah Warren, Creaney, Sophia Stovewald and Nicola Puddock start at the back for the Dons. Gemma Biggerdike will sit in front of them. And then Rhiannon Rush will accompany Megan Attenborough in midfield. And it's a front 3 of Lucy Wood, Amy McLean, and top scorer Laura Mitchell, who already has 9 goals to her name in all competitions this season. So Blues looking to rekindle the spirit of 2012, which saw them lift this trophy, beating Chelsea on penalties at Ashton Gate. They also reached the final in 2017, only to be beaten 4-1 by Manchester City on that occasion. On the bench for both sides, starting with Blues, Charlotte Clark, Ellie Mason, Remy Allen, Sokin Cho, Chloe Guri, Lily Agg, Layla Banaras, and Charlie Devlin. A welcome return to her to the squad today after missing a few weeks out with a shoulder injury. As for the MK Dons, it's Catherine Beaver on the bench, Olivia Wellham, Hannah Samuels, Amelie Timmon, Lily Dolling, Trisha Gould, Layla O'Brien, Annalise Jicovades, and Byram. So Dons in their classic white jerseys with the black shorts and the white socks. Blues in their classic royal blue shirts and shorts with the white socks. As both captains, Christy Harrison-Murray and Chloe Sampson, attend the coin toss in the centre circle. And as a custom in Darren Carter's blue side, we will see the pre-match ritual of the huddle. Blues coming into this one in a league of at least 5 consecutive wins. That was slightly soured by the defeat to Charleston Athletic in the Conti Cup just before we split up for the international break. But they certainly carry momentum, one of the informed sides, not just in the Women's Championship, but across the country. Darren Carter's Birmingham City women's side. Potential banana skin today though. Milton Keynes Dons in a division below them. But they've had to work hard to get here. MK Dons women, after being founded in 2009. So the first ever meeting between these two teams comes in the Adobe FA Cup here at Stadium MK. It's an arena designed by the same architect as the Emirates in London, and Charlie Bill will be hoping that the FA Cup success that has come for the Gunners may just sprinkle on his side against the odds this afternoon. Well, we know anything can happen in this competition, and progression to the 4th round would certainly make for a monumental moment in Don's 14-year history. As for Blues, they're looking to go one better than their fate in this competition in 2017. A 4-1 defeat by Manchester City at Wembley is as close as they've come to lifting the Adobe FA Cup for a second time. So it's Dons versus Blues, and it's live right here on Blues TV, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Buckinghamshire, and it's Blues who get us underway in Milton Keynes. Gemma Lawley, who was awarded the Women's Championship November Player of the Month this week. 2 goals to her name throughout the month of November. We saw any set pieces that Blues win today. They'll be searching for their towering centre-back, the number 6 on the ball at the moment. Here's Harris. Well, Blues have shone on the road so far this season. They've only lost 2 of their last 15 in all competitions away from home, dating back to December 2022. As there's some early questions being asked of the MK Dons defence, and Libby Smith starting up top for Darren Carter, seated behind for a goal kick. 3 goals to her name, Libby Smith, this season. 2 of those have come away from home for Birmingham City. Yeah, Blues will come into this one with confidence. 7 unbeaten until that loss on the road to Charleston Athletic. They're unbeaten in 4 in the league on the road since losing on the opening day against Blackburn Rovers. And they've scored 8 goals in their last 4 away games. Darren Carter's side. All 3 of the clean sheets that they've tallied up this season, that Lucy Thomas has tallied up this season, have come on the road as well. So a big task for Charlie Bill and his side, MK Dons women, if they want to progress. Certainly come into this one as underdogs, as Puddock launches it up the left-hand side for MK Dons. That's brought under control by Louise Quinn, returning from international duties, along with a handful of Birmingham City women players. She did score in a 6-1 win over Northern Ireland for the Republic of Ireland. Louise Quinn has certainly some experience in this competition, a runner-up with Arsenal in 2018 when the Gunners were beaten by Chelsea in the final 5 years ago. Here's Pennock. Early danger signs from Blues, cutting inside. It's Pennock towards goal, denied in the near post by Chloe Sansom. But first real opening of the game falls Blues' way, and Jade Pennock desperate to add to her tally that she opened against Durham a few weeks ago in her first start in over 2 months in the league, forcing the early save out of Chloe Sansom. Pennock, who was the top goal scorer last season with 11 goals to her name in all competitions. 38 goals in a esteemed career of over 100 appearances for the Blues, number 7, but denied by Chloe Sansom just as they locked eyes. And the big early chance of this 3rd round tie in the Adobe FA Cup. Puddock to Rhiann Rush, who's certainly been an outstanding performer for MK Dons women so far in the campaign. 3 goals to her name for the MK Dons number 8. One of those coming in a 7-0 thumping of Chelsea in the League Cup this season that Dons oversaw. Here's Finn lining up at right back this afternoon with the continued absence of Niamh Heron. As Smith works it out to Quinn, and there's Fuso, just with an impish flick at the front post. It's well shepherded behind by Zoe Creaney. The Blues' first corner of the game. Lucy Quinn, who already has 6 assists to her name so far in a blue shirt this season, really threatening down the left-hand side. Fuso made that dart towards the near post, but she was marshalled all the way by Zoe Creaney, who made the intervention, and Blues awarded their first corner kick of the afternoon. 0-0 here at Stadium MK in the third round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. In comes the corner kick. It's dealt with by Sampson. Acrobatic attempt comes in by Christy Harrison-Murray. Chloe Sampson in the way again. She's certainly been called into action on numerous occasions early in this game, the opening 5 minutes. The MK Dons captain Harrison-Murray had to improvise on the edge of the penalty area to make any sort of meaningful connection. The Scottish international, one of those handful of Blues players on international duty during that international break, but it was Christy Harrison-Murray who spent a week coaching with the Scotland under-23s as she works to completing her UEFA A licence. 80 caps in all for Scotland, and she captains Blues this afternoon. Christy Harrison-Murray in the centre of the park alongside Jade Moore, two very experienced heads looking to dictate the middle of the park for Blues this afternoon. Quinn works it round the corner of Lucy Wood to find Lawley. Brilliant clip to find Quinn, but Quinn's just straight offside, and Darren Carter will be disappointed by that from Lucy Quinn. Could see the whole way down the defensive line of MK Dons. Well, Gemma Lawley might have won November Player of the Month in the Women's Championship, but it was an honour that she took off her teammate Lucy Quinn, who was awarded with the honour in October. Quinn as well on the score sheet in the international break, scored and assisted in the Republic of Ireland's 6-1 win over Northern Ireland, as the Republic of Ireland finished their group 6 wins from 6 Nations League. It's certainly Blues, who have dominated possession in the opening 6.5 minutes, still remains 0-0 in a deadlock here at Stadium MK. As Louise Quinn spreads it out to this near side for Pennock, who's had the best chance of the game so far, forcing the save out of Chloe Sampson at her near post. Rhiannon Rush just momentarily relinquishing Blues of possession, but they've worked this well through the middle of the park, and Pennock can pick out Quinn on that far side. Harris is up in support. Here is Martha Harris, thought about the effort, instead spreads it back out to Lucy Quinn. We know the Blues left back can hit them, scored an absolute scorcher against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane earlier in the season, just her second Blues goal and third of her entire career, and what a goal it was to remember from Martha Harris, the Blues number 2. Jamie Finn looking to work an angle down the Blues right hand side. Puddock with the intervention. Nicola Puddock, who has been a goal scorer in MK Dons Adobe FA Cup campaign so far, scored in the 2-1 win over Cambridge City in the first round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. The MK Dons left back, and the job she's been given to do today is to marshal Jade Pennock, and she's won a throw-in off the Blues winger. Jamie Finn lining up at right back, another one of those who featured for Blues in the international break for the Republic of Ireland. Well, it's certainly been Blues asking all the questions early on in the opening 8.5 minutes, and no wonder. They are the third top goal scorers in the Women's Championship this season, trailing only Crystal Palace and Southampton in that particular department. 20 goals in all in the Women's Championship for Blues. Certainly an electric start to the game that MK Dons will just look to arrest and influence their patterns of play on the fixture. Certainly come into this as the underdogs, had to beat Cambridge City and Worcester to be in the third round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup this afternoon. The team from Buckinghamshire, as for the first time in the game, Dons looking to spring into Blues half, but Lawley on hand to dispossess. Pennock can only find Rhiann Rush, and it's broken here from McLean, who can scamper over the halfway line for MK Dons. Gemma Lawley and a combination of Louise Quinn can easily relinquish the MK Dons winger of possession. Martha Harris being put under pressure by Laura Mitchell, who is by and far MK Dons women's biggest threat in terms of goal-mouth action is concerned. 9 goals in all for the right-sided midfielder, as Finn comes down the other end for Birmingham City. That's seen clear by Biggerdike. Jay Pennock just eased to one side by Rhiann Rush. The referee thought that was an illegal challenge, and Blues received a round of applause from their manager, Darren Carter. Did make an appearance here as a player, Darren Carter, in 2013, the EFL trophy tie with Northampton Town against MK Dons. The Cobblers did go on to lose that tie. A particular Patrick Bamford and Deli Ali on the score sheet for MK Dons against Darren Carter's Northampton Town side. They'll be hoping to pick up victory this time around in charge of Birmingham City women. They've done well to turn the ball over in a tight cul-de-sac, have Blues. Quinn clips into the penalty area, searching for Fuso. That's dealt with by MK Dons, only as far as Harrison Murray, who relinquishes Mitchell of possession. And it could open up here for Blues. MK Dons having to work overtime early on in the fixture. A teasing cross into the penalty area by Libby Smith goes amiss, with Jay Pennock just threatening round the back, but certainly a ball into the corridor of uncertainty by Libby Smith. And Blues have looked bright in the opening 11 minutes, but MK Dons so far have had an answer for everything that Darren Carter's side have thrown at them so far. Rush flicks on from Sanson's goal kick. There's Jade Moore to clip one in over the top for Libby Smith to give Trace, and a foot roll with Sophia Stovewald. And the MK Dons centre-back comes out on top. A clearance just blocked by Libby Smith, that has enough legs on it to see it behind for a goal kick. Well, MK Dons have been pretty consistent at home this season in terms of their league form. They've played 5, won 2, drawn 2, and lost just the once. 2 clean sheets they've kept in those games. I've certainly been asked a few questions by Blues early on, just threatening to begin to work their way through the gears, MK Dons women. That's if they can get the ball off Blues, who have utterly dominated possession, but that's exactly what Mitchell has been able to do against Quinn. Rush turns away from Harrison Murray. He can scamper forward to the halfway line, right to challenge at Pennock, and smuggles it for Puddick, who can stride forward for Dons for the first time in the game. Mitchell has provided the run down the left-hand side, and she's beyond Quinn, and Mitchell supplies into the penalty area, just a miss hit by Amy McLean, and that allows Martha Harris to clear. But the first time Green and MK Dons have got forward into the game. And they've produced the cross into the Blues penalty area. Laura Mitchell, the top goal scorer, supplying the ammunition. Ingrid McLean, the opposite side winger, unable to provide the finish. So it remains 0-0. Here's Finn, combining well with Pennock, and now Smith, dispossessed by Puddick. Blues just unable to make the ball stick in that final third so far. Inviting challenges from that MK Dons back line, and allowing the Buckinghamshire side to clear the ball and get out of danger. It's Finn. Round the corner to Pennock. That's a great ball, but Sophia Stovald on hand to marshal it behind. Rush challenging with Harrison Murray. Broken here for McLean. Finn picks up, and now Pennock. Blues have committed bodies forward here. Pennock gliding infield. Jade Moore, who's been so impressive for Blues of late, but commentators curse as she just misplaces a pass out towards Martha Harris. Jade Moore has picked up countless player of the match awards so far, signed from Manchester United this season. A really vital piece of business by Darren Carter and his coaching staff to secure her signature. Fuso, the Brazilian, offloads to Moore, and she can link up with Pennock, and Pennock can turn and drive to the edge of the penalty area for Blues. Pennock produces the cross into the 6-yard box. That's dealt with by Dons, and behind for Blues' second corner of the game. But it's certainly Blues asking all the questions inside the first quarter of an hour. So far though, MK Dons have had an answer for every single one of them. So the Blues have been particularly prolific from set pieces this season. 7 of the 20 goals they've scored have come from set piece situations. Gemma Lawley especially, 2 goals for her this season, both headers from corner situations. Quinn will look for her, and there is Louise Quinn instead, this time connecting about 12 yards out. Had to generate all the power herself as she was just backing away from goal. Couldn't produce an effort on target. Stovall can tee up Sansom, but it's a familiar story to what has transpired in the opening 17 minutes. Blues easily picking up possession and launching another offensive. Fuso, Pennock is onside, produces a cross into the penalty area. A vital header came in from Zoe Creaney, with Libby Smith just waiting to fire. And now Quinn digs out across to the byline. Pennock heads back across, nobody home in a blue shirt. And Chloe Sampson can gratefully claim under her crossbar. Just interestingly, Pennock and Lucy Quinn have just switched sides. Darren Carter and the Simpkins thinking that that might be the formula that they need to make the breakthrough. Eighteen and a half minutes gone, certainly been one-way traffic for that time. And Blues looking to construct something going forward again. It's broken for Harris. Hannah Warren too strong for her. And MK Dons can clear their lines. Only as far as Harrison Murray, the Scottish international. All she can do is find the advertising hoardings for an MK Dons throw-in. Such a grand arena this in Milton Keynes. Constructed and opened in 2007 by royal approval. Queen Elizabeth II opening this stadium for MK Dons Football Club. The women's side relocated here in 2018, previously playing their home games down the road at Newport Pagnell, at Willen Road. Home of Newport Pagnell Town FC, who recently lifted the FA Vase at Wembley. A great day out for the town. As Pennock swings the ball into the penalty area, that's dealt with by MK Dons and cleared by Zoe Creaney. There's the November Women's Championship Player of the Year, Lawley, but she's given the ball away. It's picked up by Rush, but Lawley recovers her error well. The Dons have just managed to retain possession in the middle of the park and are looking for the first time to put something that equates to a meaningful passage of possession forward into the Blues territory. 0-0. Certainly would be a feature of Charlie Bill's tactics as far as MK Dons are concerned. Allow Birmingham to have the ball. But just to prey upon those mistakes, Gemma Lawley almost presenting an opportunity to Rhiannon Rush to break forward. They did gain promotion in 2018, MK Dons, from the Division 1 of the Women's National League to the Premier Division, where they currently play their football. Went on a 13-game winning streak to do just that and secured the title in no doubt with a 13-0 win over Haringey. It was all the more sweeter that they picked their rivals AFC Wimbledon to the post for that title. But they've got some work to do here as Jamie Finn is just bundled over by a retreating Amy McLean. Really dangerous position for Blues. We've talked about how threatening they can be from dead ball situations. Lucy Quinn already with 6 assists to her name, looking to increase that tally. Lawley, Quinn, Moore, join Pennock, Fuso and Smith in the penalty area. It will be the right foot of Lucy Quinn, just returned from international duty with the Republic of Ireland, where she continued her rich vein of form. Quinn into the penalty area. It's a wicked ball. It's broken only as far as Harrison Murray. Mitchell with a vital intervention before the Scottish international could pull the trigger. Lucy Thomas launches forward. It's over the head of Louise Quinn, who's been flagged offside. Both Jade Moore and Louise Quinn are dumbfounded by the linesman's decision on this near side, but it just gives MK Dons another piece of respite to what it really has been one-way traffic in the opening 23 minutes. Still at a deadlock, 0-0. Sansom restarts play. That will be a MK Dons throw-in. Coach Darren Carter Handing the ball to Nicola Puddick. He certainly had to turn things around, Darren Carter, this season. It really was a sluggish start for Blues, but since that 0-0 draw against table toppers Sunderland in the end of September, Blues have really gone from strength to strength as one of the informed sides, not just in the Women's Championship, but in the country as a whole. Jade Moore just being penalised for a tug-back. Incidentally, it's Sunderland who are tussling at the top of the Women's Championship for top spot with Charlton. That's where Blues, beg your pardon, will finish their 2023 calendar year next week with a visit to Sunderland. Desperate to end the season on back-to-back wins. Rush trades passes down the left-hand side with Puddick. Lucy Quinn working overtime to get back, and now Jamie Finn. But it's still with Puddick, who delivered into the penalty area, brought down by Moore, and Blues can work the ball clear. Nicely worked out of a tight cul-de-sac by Darren Carter's side, and now Moore can bring Blues up the field. Pennock has Fuso, Moore and Smith in field. Puddick goes for goal herself, takes a deflection, and Sampson does enough to prevent the corner kick. But Blues, who all season have looked so threatening in the transition, Jade Moore that time turning on the afterburners, leaving white shirts in her wake. Pennock just crowded out by white shirts in the end, forced to a snapshot from distance that was easily gathered by Chloe Sampson. So will remain deadlocked here at Stadium MK. And Sampson will search for Laura Mitchell and find her. Mitchell just looking for that reverse ball around the back of the Blues back line. Nobody in white singing from the same hymn sheet. There's Quinn. Has asked a lot of Jamie Finn, but she's got there, the Irish international. Produces a teasing ball into the penalty area. That's seen cleared by Sophia Stovall. It will come back at MK Dons, courtesy of Lucy Quinn. Just prods it through, intended for Finn. He eluded her. Smith provided the pressure on Stovall and forces the corner from the MK Dons centre back. Well, Blues so far haven't got much change out of this Milton Keynes Dons defence from set pieces. Certainly plenty of threats in there. Short of Gemma Lawley, already 2 goals from these sort of situations this season. Louise Quinn, the top goal scorer. Well, no, she scored top goal scorer on the back line, of course. 6 goals last season for the centre-back. And Quinn will look for... Well, it was Louise Quinn who rose highest in the penalty area, just clipping the top of the crossbar with her header. Who's certainly posing a threat from these set pieces in this first half. That's twice now. Louise Quinn has latched onto a Lucy Quinn corner kick. Edging closer and closer, Blues, to breaking the deadlock that so far MK Dons are keeping slam shut. Well, Charlie Bill, the MK Dons manager, and his assistant Mark Dass have barely sat down throughout the 28 minutes we've played this first half, dictating how they want their shape to look like from the technical area. And so far, whatever they're saying to their players is certainly working. Quinn. Here's Moore. Lucy Quinn looking to make the burst down the right-hand side. It's Finn who's the recipient. Moore's continued her run, just played slightly in front of the Blues centre midfielder. That allowed MK Dons to get across, and the clearance is by Stovall. the officials are just communicating a problem that the linesman has spotted with Jamie Finn's attire. Might just be an undone lace, but it's not the lace of the game, but the corner kick will proceed. Fourth corner of the game for Blues. Quinn this time. Lawley was arriving at the back stick. Fully committed, heavy in the challenge. The MK Dons defender Stovall took a tumble and the Dons survived yet another Blues set piece. 0-0 here at Stadium MK. As the sun just begins to set in Buckinghamshire. Did stop raining just in time for kickoff. Was really a wet and miserable atmosphere when we arrived here at Stadium MK earlier this afternoon, but seems to have dried up slightly in Buckinghamshire. Creaney has to be careful with Finn breathing down her neck. It's kept in play over there by Warren. Blues looking to benefit from that. Pennock trading passes with Smith, but the return ball from the striker just too heavy for Pennock to reach. Well, two of Livy Smith's 3 goals have come away from home. She scored twice in one game at Southampton in the 3-1 win, and then in the 5-2 victory over Watford at St Andrews as well. Libby Smith has been the first choice striker for Darren Carter and his coaching staff this season. And holds the mantle tied with Charlie Devlin as top goal scorer for Blues as well as Libby Smith. Eager to open her account in this competition this afternoon, but after a frantic and electric start by Blues, as they were looking to really ask questions of this MK Dons defence and put the Buckinghamshire side under the cosh, Dons have just settled into their shape and have made it really difficult for Blues to break down the Premier Division side. Quinn working it inside to Moore, who can burst forward up to the edge of the penalty area. Relinquished momentarily of possession. It'll break for Lucy Quinn. Touch past Puddick and then takes a tumble and won't get any change out of the referee. Only a goal kick awarded. So as far as MK Dons are concerned, job done in the opening 30 minutes. Jade Pennock having the best chance of the game. That came early on, forcing Chloe Sanson into a clever save at her near post. And since then, Blues have come closer through Louise Quinn, 2 headers off target from corners, and MK Dons have stretched Blues on one occasion. Unable to make it count though, as Mitchell burst into the penalty area, but no one home in a white shirt to convert. You do think, though, it can only be a matter of time until Blues break the deadlock, and they're looking to do just that. Harris taking a cross into the penalty area. That's beaten away by Hannah Warren. Here's Quinn. Quinn will go for it from distance. Samson was pretty confident that was heading well wide. Indeed, it did flash past Chloe Samson's left-hand post. Lucy Wood's back pass does just about reach Warren, and she's beneficial with the Blues deflection out of play for a goal kick. Don's looking to work it down their right hand side. Mitchell trying to get the better of Lawley, who stands firm and wins that particular duel. Thomas's clearance is just missed by McLean and will reach Quinn. Trying to go the long way around Nicola Puddick, who stands firm and wins a throw-in. Wholeheartedly applauded by Charlie Bill, the MK Dons gaffer, who surpassed 100 games in charge of the MK Dons women's side back in February. As Fuso wins the ball high upfield and looks to break away, but MK Dons, as they have been doing for 34 minutes, slamming the door firmly shut. Who's Jenny Finn. McLean getting back to carry out her defensive duties. Pennock will give chase in the race with Hannah Warren, and Pennock just clipping the heels of the right back as she completed the back pass to her goalkeeper Sampson. And between them they can tidy up. A free kick will go to Milton Keynes Dons, and you feel just as long as MK Dons stay in the game, if this scoreline continues, the more confidence that Charlie Bill's side will gather in feeling that they can get a result and progress into the fourth round for the first time in their history. Fuso. Harrison Murray. Here's Moore. Finn's made the burst down this near side of the right. Moore instead turns and approaches the left and finds Pennock. Moore's continuing her run forward. Pennock instead chopping in field, and Harris with a teasing ball into the penalty area, but straight down the throat of Chloe Sampson. Darren Carter just giving claps of encouragement, maybe wanting his side to work the ball just that bit quicker in the final third. As MK Dons continue to refuse to be broken down. Well, MK Dons have only conceded 4 goals in the 5 games in the league they've played here this season, have a decent record at stage of MK. And certainly holding fast here, repelling wave after wave of Blues attacks. Is Lawley, touch out of her feet. Spread to Harris on that far side. Pennock looking for the 1-2 with Harris round the corner. Warren looking to take on the Blues left back. The last touch did come off Martha Harris, will be an MK Dons throw-in. Laura Mitchell picks up for Dons. This is Warren. Mitchell benefits from a loose Martha Harris touch momentarily. Jade Moore for Blues. Finn trades passes with the centre midfielder. Moore smuggled up to Smith. And combines well with the striker. Now Quinn, plenty in the area, waiting for ammunition to be pumped in. That's provided by Lucy Quinn towards the back stick. Fuso was waiting. There's a Don's head that gets there last and heads behind for yet another Blues corner. Quinn delivers, inviting a cluster of bodies. Referee's given a corner, linesman's given a goal kick, and the referee overrules her assistant. Certainly a cluster of bodies, a real melee in the penalty area. Blues certainly asking all the questions from these corner kicks, onto their 6th of the afternoon in this first half. Quinn, short corner this time, in towards Finn, who just lifts her effort over the crossbar. Really well worked set piece from Blues. They've come aerially for the last 5, but on the 6th they wanted to shake it up, something straight off the training ground. Lucy Quinn low into an area of space. Finn arriving at pace, could only send her effort over Chloe Sampson's crossbar. But another big chance goes begging for Blues. Finn, who's yet to get off the mark this season. And Chloe Sampson is awarded a yellow card for time wasting. Referee taking no nonsense. So the MK Dons captain between the sticks. First player to have her name etched into the referee's notebook. Quinn making tracks forward for Blues. Finn quickly congregated upon by 2 white shirts. Blues will look to explore an avenue down the left-hand side. Harris, now Pennock. Quinn round the corner for Moore. And now Smith. Pennock got what she could on it, but can only send it back across the 18-yard box. Finn couldn't control. Blues, though, just looking to be a bit more intricate on the edge of the penalty area. Something of the most free-flowing move going forward. Pennock, though, unable to make anything of it at the back stick. Quinn, too strong for Stovall. The Blues coming forward time after time, but wave after wave they're finding being repelled by this resilient MK Dons back line. A minute to go until the break. If it remains this until half-time, MK Dons will take huge confidence into the second period. Here's Lawley, shaped she might pull the trigger, instead sets up more. Surrounded by 3 white shirts. Smith. Blues taking their time, it will be Quinn to pull the trigger, that's charged down by Dons. Blues just probing the edge of the MK Dons penalty area. Here's Finn, might open up for her to unleash some ammunition. In it goes, away by Stowbold. Blues just looking to put their noses in front before the half-time whistle, but Harrison Murray has been relinquished by McLean. Moore robs her of possession, got back goal side terrifically well, the Blues veteran in midfield. Lawley. Moore. And now Quinn. Finn looking to trade passes with Harrison Murray. 2 minutes we'll have of additional time at the end of this first half. 2 minutes for Blues to put their noses in front and establish a lead on the scoreline that their possession, certainly in this first half, has deserved. And a lot of credit has to go to MK Dons for how they've repelled wave after wave of Blues offence. Smith. And here's Pennock. It will drop for Harrison Murray. And now Harris back to goal. Moore, they're lining up here, Blues. Harris just about keeps the ball in play, does she? No. Linesman's flag up in denial on this near side. And a well-deserved round of applause for Milton Keynes Dons women, who continue against all the odds to keep the score deadlocked at 0-0. Quinn, and now Lucy Quinn. Finn, last chance of the first half for Blues. Again, patient in their build-up, just searching for that avenue of opening. May have appeared through Quinn if she can get past her marker, but in the way, Dons are once again deflected behind for a goal kick. Well, the referee brings to an end the first half that has certainly seen one-way traffic as far as Blues are concerned, but being unable to break down what has been a resilient and robust MK Dons backline, who have repelled wave after wave of relentless Birmingham City pressure. The Dons have rarely ventured into Blues half. When they did, Laura Mitchell threatened from across that was unable to be converted in the middle. Jade Pennock and Jamie Finn coming closest for Blues. Pennock forcing a save out of Sampson early on, and Jamie Finn sending a well-worked corner kick routine over the bar. But at half-time here at Stadium MK, as far as MK Dons are concerned, it's job done. It's MK Dons 0, Birmingham City 0. Second half to come here on Blues TV.
Just going to back.
Welcome back for F.K. Jones.
Red button or red button.
Substitutes for Birmingham City.
So welcome back to Stadium MK for the second half. After what was quite a frustrating first 45 for Darren Carter's side, unable to break down a resilient MK Dons backline, vying to progress into the fourth round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup for the first time in their history. And in reaction to that frustration, Carter has made two changes. Ellie Mason and Remy Allen are brought on for Quinn and Jamie Finn. I should say Lucy Quinn and Jamie Finn. So it's Thomas who will start in goal in the second half. Harris, I presume, yes, she will shift across to right back. Lawley, Quinn and Mason will come in at left back. Harrison Murray and Jade Moore continue to dictate the midfield, with Remy Allen as the addition in there. Fuso will shift across to the left-hand side and it'll go over to a front three of Fuso, Smith and Pennock to lead the line for Blues as they seek a breakthrough that has eluded them in that first half, thanks to a resilient MK Dons who certainly made Blues wait a good 3 or 4 minutes before emerging out of their half-time team talk, the home side. Maybe if that's a bit of tactics, bit of game management. Blues desperate to stay warm, but emerge they did, and they've made no changes. So Sampson in goal for them, Warren, Creaney, Stovold and Puddick at the back. Biggerdike and Rush, then Laura Mitchell, Megan Attenborough, Amy McLean and Lucy Wood will lead the line for MK Dons. Lucy Thomas, who has been a spectator like the rest of us in that first half, the Blues goalkeeper, hasn't had to do anything really in that first 45. Certainly was one-way traffic, and Blues will look to pick up where they left off in the first period. Ellie Mason eager to get involved straight away. Another one back off international duty, came off the bench for Northern Ireland in a 4-0 win over Albania over the international break, did Ellie Mason. And when Blues need a goal, not too bad of a substitute to bring on. She was the top goal scorer for her old club Lewis last season with 9 goals, Ellie Mason, the left back, and she's really impressed in her blue shirt since arriving in the summer as well. Remy Allen, of course, comes with bags of experience at this level and above. Also returned from the international break, coaching. Here's Pennock, who was denied early on by Chloe Sansom, trying to thread the ball through to Smith. First attack of the game brings no change for Blues. Still 0-0 here at Stadium MK. The MK Dons would have taken so much confidence from that first half. I'm sure the message from Charlie Bill will be to continue to stay in the game and in with a shout. Seldom have they wandered into the MK Dons, the Blues half, I should say. Round the corner it goes for Allen. Did score in a 3-1 win against Durham back at St Andrews before the international break. She's worked into Harris, first touch just let her down. Carries the ball behind. Blues now defending the cowshed. Popular stand in this neck of the woods at Stadium MK. Of course, located in Bletchley, home of the Codebreakers, and it's Blues trying to find the formula to break down this resilient MK Dons 11 in this second half. Flicked on past Harris. Bit too over physical in the challenge was Nicola Puddick. Blues get on with it quickly. Lily Smith, I'm sure Darren Carter would have wanted to see an injection of pace and urgency from his side in this second half. Starting on the front foot. Libby Smith pulls the ball back into the 18-yard box. Moore trying to make a nuisance of herself. Rush holds her off well, and MK Dons have managed to work themselves out of a tight cul-de-sac. In comes Gemma Lawley. Just leaves a bit on Biggerdike. And MK Dons able to enjoy some respite at the start of this second half with a free kick just outside the edge of their own 18-yard box. So 2 rolls of the dice by Darren Carter at half-time. Clearly seen enough from the first 45. And with a big game coming up against Sunderland next week, maybe resting Lucy Quinn. Pennock. Heavy first touch allowed Rush to come in with the intervention. Skips past the challenge of Remy Allen. As I said in the first half, just feel the longer this game goes on, the longer the scoreline stays the same. MK Dons will gather bags of confidence, but Jade Moore looking to change that scoreline in favour of Blues. It might break for Libby Smith. Back to goal, looks to tease up Harrison Murray. Just sold the Scottish International slightly short, did Libby Smith. Just not coming together in the final third just yet for Blues. And the pass goes astray from Mr. Harrison Murray. And remember, if it stays like this for the entirety of the 90 minutes, extra time and penalties to come. Moore striding forward, trying to make something happen for Blues. Offloads to Fuso, just slightly behind the Brazilian, and another attack breaks down for Birmingham City. Mason able to get back goal side of Laura Mitchell. Lawley steps up to the halfway line. Into Moore. You can just see MK Dons so disciplined in their shape, getting bodies back behind the ball, making it so difficult for Blues just to work those pockets of space. Two solid banks of 4 with Gemma Biggerdike as the sweeper in between. Dons looking to defend Blues, looking to play through the lines. Just a nudge on Pennock at the back stick. Harrison Murray looking to make something of it at the edge of the penalty area. It will come out for Lawley. Incisive pass into Moore. And now Allen looking to make something happen on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Moore just a bit too overzealous in trying to retain possession for Blues. Commits the foul. And Dons once again will enjoy some respite on the edge of their own 18-yard box. Still remains 0-0 here at Stadium MK. As the Buckinghamshire sky just darkens as evening approaches and the floodlights even more prevalent. Well, we saw Chloe Sampson booked in the first half. I'm not sure if the referee wants to have another word with the MK Dons captain. In fact, it's just a complaint about maybe a flat ball, but referee satisfied that the ball is satisfactory to continue play. But worth noting that the MK Dons captain goalkeeper was booked after about half an hour for time wasting, so we'll keep an eye on that. They've smuggled it up to Attenborough, have the home side. Mason, good awareness with the interception. Offloads to Fuso, just slightly behind the Brazilian, who lost their footing and hits the deck. Sarcastic jeers from the home supporters, who are revelling in their side, who continue to frustrate the Women's Championship team. Certainly have come into this as underdogs. MK Dons scrapping for every single ball. Body on the line stuff as Charlie Bill, the MK Dons gaffer, doing his job on the sideline. Rhiannon Rush relinquished the possession. Fuso picks it up, runs into a MK Dons blockade. Lawley, space to rush into over the halfway line. Gemma Lawley trying to make something happen for Blues. The angle into Ellie Mason was tight and closed by Laura Mitchell. Referee not satisfied from where the throw was taken by Gemma Lawley, November Women's Championship Player of the Month, remember. And now we have 2 balls in the field, and we're getting a bit messy in Milton Keynes. Blues, of course, eager to get on with it. MK Dons happy to let the clock wind down as much as possible. Pennock, bit of space to explore down the right touchline. We've got McLean for company over there. Pennock whips in a dangerous cross, too close however to Sampson, who can gather at the second attempt at her near post. 0-0 it remains. Lawley forward, Rush looking to head into the path of Lucy Wood. Quinn just has to be careful, playing it back to Thomas, her goalkeeper. She's found Lawley, loose touch in midfield. The offside flag, a belated offside flag, has to be said, is raised. Pennock. So 55 minutes in, and as far as Charlie Bill and his side are concerned, the game plan so far has been executed to perfection. Blues looking to change that. Mason linking up with Fuso. Fuso provides the ammunition. Remy Allen turns and sets up Jade Moore. Moore rides one challenge. Pennock stayed onside. Clawed away by Sampson. Blues just beginning to turn up the heat on a chilly evening in Buckinghamshire. Lawley looking to pick out Pennock. Mason can keep it alive through the legs of Jade Pennock. And it escapes Blues once again in the final third. MK Dons survive. Another wave will come forward. Allen, lovely touch. Looking to slot through Libby Smith, who had made the burst beyond the Dons' back line. Harrison Murray keeps it moving, and Pennock will have a pop from distance. Bread and butter for Chloe Sansom. Allen is the intended target, squeezing down the left-hand side, but just overcooked towards her. Attenborough flicks on. Free header is for Moore. Fuso unable to get away from Mitchell. Harrison Murray. Pennock. Jade Moore. MK Dons so disciplined in their shape, making it so hard for Blues to pick a pass forward. Allen. Fuso, first touch round the corner was under hit, and MK Dons can look to play their way out of danger. Lucy Wood bringing the home side forward. Heavy touch allows Harrison Murray to relinquish her possession. But you feel MK Dons need to make the most of those openings when they can break into transition on Blues. Ellie Mason has done terrifically well not to only keep it in play, but to work an angle for the cross. And across comes Rhiann Rush to prevent the ball entering the penalty area. Brilliant play from Ellie Mason, not just to keep it in play, but to beat Warren and produce the cross as well and win her side their first corner in the second half. Harrison Murray's delivery's right on top of Sanson, who Kane got nowhere near it. Blues looking to work this back out down the left-hand side. Harrison Murray re-delivers into the penalty area. That one easier for the MK Dons goalkeeper to gather. Sanson seeking out Laura Mitchell in a foot race with Lawley. The Blues centre-back will come out on top. Thomas with a rare touch forward. Mason squeezing it down the left touchline. It's found Smith via a deflection. Blue shirts committing themselves forward. And Smith was well marshalled in the end. Attenborough, though, gives the ball away to Harrison Murray, but Dons have worked hard out of possession to win the ball back. Wood couldn't take the ball with her. One off her by Quinn. Smith. Fuso around the corner to Jade Moore. Just opens up for Moore to drive towards goal, but drags her effort wide as Sampson's right-hand post. Another chance goes begging for Blues. Here was the MK Dons' first roll of the dice. Trisha Gould being introduced for Amy McLean. So a case of fresh legs for MK Dons, who have worked tirelessly out of possession so far to keep the score on a deadlock. Ticking over into the final half an hour. And the stoppage allows MK Dons just to tend to their goalkeeper Sansom, who's picked up a knock of some sorts. Sanson back up on her feet. We'll need to reapply her gloves. So MK Dons, of course, happy just to let this clock wind down. Will be added on at the end, but half an hour now between them and extra time. So Trisha Gould on for Amy McLean is the change for MK Dons. Certainly looking for a smash and grab winner of a home side. Have seldom scampered into Blues territory so far. They want a free kick, MK Dons, they won't get one. Allen rising in the midfield. There's Creaney. Smith round the corner. Moore's continued her run. Warren thought she'd done enough to win her side of throw-in, but it's gone Blues' way. Harrison Money provides her services from the throw-in. And now Louise Quinn, who came close in the first half with a couple of headers for Blues from corner kicks. And now Moore. Well, it's certainly been a pattern for MK Dons, just sat back and said to Blues, come on then, Let's see if he can try and break us down, and then just waiting to latch upon forced errors like that from Christy Harrison-Murray. And Lily Agg will be brought on for Jade Moore, another throw the dice by Darren Carter and his coaching staff. So Lily Agg comes on, who did miss a penalty in Blues' last league away game before the international break against their former club, London City Lionesses. Harrison-Murray looking to keep momentum going forward. Referee gets in the way to intervene, so Blues will have the advantage from a drop ball. Harrison-Murray's pass does find Mason, who's supposed to provide her services down the line. Mason goes herself and wins the corner kick. Well, Blues reacted quickly from the drop ball. Mason, who's certainly made an impact down this left-hand side since being introduced at half-time. There's fruit from her hard work again. So 65 minutes gone. Dons 0, Blues 0. Place in the Adobe FA Cup 4th round up for grabs. Mason is offside from the return pass. And just another opportunity for MK Dons to get some respite and take a breather. They've certainly been backs against the wall for all 65 minutes of this game. The free kick is wayward and picked up by Harris in the middle of the park. Steers a ball looking for Allen, who was arriving. Sampson with safe hands to beat the Blues midfielder to it. Immediately searching for their top goal scorer, Laura Mitchell, on this near side. Mitchell, nice touch to elude Fuso, but between them, Mitchell and Attenborough just get their wires crossed, and Blues looking to take advantage. Pennock offloads to Agg. First involvement for her is to steer a ball towards Allen. Picked up by Harrison-Murray. Dons again back in their disciplined shape. Lawley. Mason. Blues just looking to shift this MK Dons roadblock one side to the other. Play between the lines as Pennock glides in field. Teasing ball into the 18-yard box is dealt with by Creaney. Dons' clearance only finds Lawley. And now Mason. And Mason will deliver. And Pennock is meandering towards the back post. And she's beaten goal to it. Pennock with the 1-2 with Smith. Across comes Puddick to stop Blues in their tracks down the right-hand side. Don certainly digging in tooth and nail. A lot of blood and guts in this performance from the home side. Lawley will go from distance and not too far away. Chloe Sampson seems to be confident that was drifting well wide from her stature. Lawley, who's already scored 2 goals this season for Blues. 2 with her head. Looked to fire in with her laces from the edge of the penalty area on that occasion. Can only find the south stand behind. Gould with a interception. Thought the decision would go away. It's gone Blues' way. Lawley. Mason looks for the 1-2 with Fuso. She's well marshalled away by Warren. It will come back at MK Dons though. Quinn looking to orchestrate things from centre back. Pennock drifting in field. Jade Pennock looking to make something happen herself. Blues just maybe lacking that killer edge in the final third. Already proved the difference here at Stadium MK. Smith's delivery. Pennock's flick on in towards Remy Allen. It's another attack that's seen to safety by MK Dons, but really is one-way traffic now and relentless wave upon wave from Blues. Ag. No angle to the left-hand side for her, so Blues will come back to the right with Harris. All 10 outfield players for Blues have been camped inside the MK Dons half for the entirety of this second period. Ag surging forward. Lily Ag might open up for a shot. Instead she offloads to Harris, who will hit it. That's blocked by Stovald. Claims for hands, fall on deaf ears. In towards Allen. This time Creaney got up. Harris looking to keep it alive. As is Pennock, might drop for Ag. Got under it. And safe hands from Sanson. MK Dons weather another Blues storm. Quinn's headed down. It's picked up by Rush. And now Gould looking to take advantage of some lax defending. It's Gould with a snapshot towards goal. First effort on goal by MK Dons, and it's taken them 70 minutes to produce it. A tame one at that by the substitute Trisha Gould. Had all the pace taken out of it by Harris and made it easy for Thomas. Now what can Blues conjure down the other end? Round the corner from Mason, but shepherded behind by Zoe Creaney. But certainly just signs that MK Dons are looking for that smash and grab. Happy to let Blues come at their thick banks of four and just looking to catch Darren Carter's side on the transition and prey upon those mistakes. 20 minutes to go. This Adobe Women's FA Cup third round tie at Stadium MK, that so far MK Dons are well and truly in with a chance of progressing. That's what their hard work has earned. Still in with a shout with 20 minutes to go. It's up to Blues to break down this resilient side led by Charlie Bill. The game plan so far executed to perfection as far as the home side are concerned. Here's Wood weaving in and out. The ball in field is loose. It's picked up by Mason. And now Blues just looking to catch Dons, lacking numbers at the back. Fuso's ball towards Smith. Ricochets off the Blues striker, and Dons can get back in numbers. Pennock. Round the corner towards Ag, but it's overhit by Jade Pennock. You can see the disappointment in her body language. She knew there was an opening down that right-hand side. If she could find Lily Ag, but overcooked and behind, out of play as the frustrations continue to mount for Darren Carter and his side. And Darren Carter decides that it's time for Charlie Devlin to make her return. Had a period on the sidelines with injury. Really dynamic force in Blues attack. Charlie Devlin, 3 goals this season. And Carter is looking to Devlin to produce some firepower. Blues so far haven't been able to break the deadlock. Mitchell just brought off her feet by Ellie Mason. A belated free kick is awarded by the officials. And here comes Charlie Devlin. 3 goal scorer for another as Livy Smith makes way. Charlie Devlin making her 9th appearance of the season. So Devlin looking to make an impact off the bench and prove to be the difference here in what so far has been a tense game at Stadium MK. It's been all Blues, but MK Dons for the first time in the game have a dead ball situation where they're able to really ask some questions of this Blues back line. It's headed by Christy Harrison Murray and cleared by Harris. MK Dons looking to work the transition. Forward it goes by Rhian Rush. Harris, important intervention. Rise the challenge of Mitchell and rise the challenge of Gold. There's Allen to slam forward for Blues. And with 15 minutes to go, MK Dons will be brimming with confidence they can get something out of this cup tie. As long as that scoreline says 0-0, they're certainly in with a chance as Pennock strides forward, looking to make the difference. Pennock low ball into the penalty area, heavily gambling in blue, and easily gathered by Sansom. And Fuso is just going to be booked here by the referee for obstructing Chloe Sansom. Well, Fuso just held her ground on the edge of the penalty area, but deemed illegal by the referee. Sansom short it goes. Stovvold looking for an avenue forward. That's broken up by Blues, and they've won the ball high up here. Trying to catch Dons at low numbers at the back, and Devlin strikes to goal. Didn't wrap her foot around it as she wanted to, and sails wide of Sansom's net. Chloe Yurdi has just been called to the bench by Darren Carter. With 14 minutes remaining, and MK Dons continuing to stand firm, frustrations rising for Blues. They've pushed and pushed. MK Dons refused to buckle. But could this be the moment for Blues? It's pulled back towards Allen, who steers it towards goal. More up than out by Krianic. Mitchell, likewise. And now Devlin. Devlin towards the byline, looking to ride the challenge of Warren and Mason. Mason delivers. Allen rising. It might fall for Pennock. It will fall for Harris. Plenty of MK Dons bodies in the way. Here's Gould, looking to slot through Lucy Wood. But MK Dons' fortunes going forward just continue to get away from them as Lawley is deemed to be late on Mitchell. The linesman flagged for it. I'm not sure if the referee saw it or played advantage. He didn't signal for anything, the referee. The MK Dons bench are incensed, but play will continue. Of course, MK Dons will shout for everything they can get. They've certainly been under the cosh for the 78 minutes that we've played. The linesman, that's a rarity, he just apologises to Charlie Bell and his coaching staff. Allen bundled over, nothing doing. Devlin gained some yards down the left. Time running out for Blues as far as the 90 minutes is concerned. Quinn. Harris. Lawley. Quickly closed down by Mitchell. And now Harris smuggles it towards this near side for Mason. She's got Devlin in field. Devlin can turn and set herself, and she'll offload to Harrison Murray. And now Harris. MK Dons working terrifically well just to close down all the angles of exploration for Blues, and they reap their rewards in a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. So Jade Pennock will make way. Mason has Attenborough closing her down, and MK Dons have wrestled the ball back high up the pitch momentarily. Attenborough working hard out of possession. It will be an MK Dons throw, applauded by Charlie Bill. So yeah, Jade Pennock making way, beg your pardon, for Chloe Uri. Just to bring you that most recent substitution. For her fourth appearance in blue, spent the international break training with South Korea. Made her debut in a 2-1 win over Reading. Did smack the post against Durham. It was inches away from her first Blues goal, the South Korean international. So she takes up the mantle down the right-hand side for Blues. Into the final 9 minutes at Stadium MK of the allotted 90. It's given away, and Rhiann Rush looking to catch Thomas unawares. And, well, MK Dons arguably just then presented with their best chance of the game. Not taken advantage of in the slightest by Rhiann Rush. She had 3 MK Dons players up with her, but chose to go for glory and sent her effort sailing over the crossbar. But best chance of the game as far as MK Dons women are concerned. All came from that Blues error at the back. Lawley, Mason, Mitchell's intervention. This is Quinn. Blues just searching for some inspiration from somewhere. Harris. Back to Quinn. And this is Lawley. Lawley making strides forward. Devlin looking to conjure something for Blues. Devlin through the eye of the needle towards Chloe Uri. Uri. Harris. Makes space for the cross towards Ag. It's dealt with by MK Dons. Harris looking to wrestle the ball back inside the Dons penalty area. And MK Dons have a player down. It's Stovall, the centre-back. Blues will play on with Uri towards goal. Might break for Allen. And every ball is just escaping Blues at the last vital moment. And MK Dons players are hitting the deck. They've certainly put in their shifts this afternoon. Stovall and Laura Mitchell both requiring some attention for the home side. Rhiann Rush has gone down with a bit of cramp as well. This work ethic taking its toll on MK Dons, but on the scoreline it reflects in the deadlock still not being punctured. So Blues, of course, desperate not to exit at this stage. They did beat Huddersfield, Everton and Charlton last season before being knocked out by Brighton and Hove Albion in the quarter-finals. Not done just yet for the calendar year either. A trip up north to the northeast to come before 2023 is out. Sunderland, who are going heads up with Charlton for the top spot in the Women's Championship for the past few weeks. So Liliag just trying to keep things going for Blues. 5 minutes plus stoppage time they have, but I'm sure there'll be a big chunk of that with the stoppages we've seen in this second 45. MK Dons desperate to hang on to what would be a famous result in 90 minutes and will grant them an opportunity in a further half an hour to go and snatch this. Or, of course, let penalties decide who will take the place in the fourth round and leave it to the lottery from the spot. So Charlie Bill and his coaching staff taking an opportunity to get some last minute advice onto his MK Dons side, who have performed out of their skin so far this evening, have really limited Blues to half chances and pop shots from distance so far. Finn and Pennock coming closest in that first half. Devlin and Lawley have shaved the post in this second half. Here's Yuri scampering away down the right hand side up against Puddick. Yuri's attempted cross is deflected behind. Blues will have a corner. 4 minutes to go. Harrison Murray from that far side. Right-footed. It's towards Lawley. She's eased out of it. It will drop for Ellie Mason to strike. A force-strong MK Dons blockade in the way, and it's Laura Mitchell who provided the deflection behind for another Blues corner kick. This one on tender hooks. Devlin towards the byline, digs out across into the penalty area, once again repelled by MK Dons. Harris reloads into the danger area. Yuri looking to make something of it, but Sansom rapidly off her line to gather. Mitchell, heavy touch in field, allows Mason to relinquish her possession. Devlin. Louise Quinn. And this is Christy Harrison-Murray. Super ball to find Mason, but she's just straight offside, Ellie Mason. Darren Carter turns away, back to his seat in frustration. So Lily Dolling will be the most recent substitution. Laura Mitchell Don's top goal scorer will make way. The announcer said that Nicola Puddock has made work, and I assure you it was Laura Mitchell, so Mitchell is off, Dolling is on. For what remains here in the allotted 90 minutes, it really would be heartbreak for MK Dons if Blues can snatch this. They've been knocking on the door. Blues have been so resurgent in their defending. Lily Agg trying to snatch the tie for Blues, but she can't find Yuri on that far side. Yuri will give chase and keep the ball in play for Harris. Harris into Agg. Agg looking to benefit from the ricochet. Cleared only as far as Chloe Yuri. It's do or die time for Blues if they want to get the job done before we enter added time. And extra time as well. Harrison Murray spreads it wide. 6 minutes we'll have. 6 minutes for Blues to find a winner. But Harris has been dispossessed, and maybe it's MK Dons who will be searching for that winner. Gould though, dallied on it too long. Dispossessed by Harris. Harrison Murray picks out Devlin. Devlin looking to work her magic infield from the left side. Harrison Murray. No way through to Allen. And Samson can clear. Anywhere will do for MK Dons as we enter 6 minutes of added time. Louise Quinn. Yuri. Yuri, low ball into the penalty area, is dealt with under little pressure by Gemma Bidderdijk. Here's Mason, striding forward. Ellie Mason thought about pulling the trigger, instead spreads it to Devlin. Devlin drives towards the byline, digs out across in towards Allen, it's over her, it'll break for Yuri, and it's snuck in for Blues! Blues make the breakthrough. It's taken them 92 minutes, but Blues break through in Buckinghamshire. It's Chloe Yuri with her first goal in blue who puts us ahead, and what a time to put your first goal on your Blues tally. But Chloe Yuri and Blues are ahead in the third round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. Jubilation for Blues, heartbreak for MK Dons, and with just 4 minutes to go, Blues have pushed and pushed, and Chloe Yuri squeezes in what could be the winner. 4 minutes from time for Blues. MK Dons 0, Blues 1, the South Korean with her first goal for Blues, and what a time to get it. Layla O'Brien will be brought on in response for Gemma Bidderdijk. So a defender or a centre midfielder for an attacker. MK Dons need to throw the kitchen sink at Blues now. They've been timid in their approach so far, happy to sit back and let Blues come on to them. But now MK Dons need a response if they want to retain their presence in the Adobe FA Cup. Is O'Brien's first involvement is to take on Mason and win a corner kick for her side. Instant impact for Layla O'Brien. And the goalkeeper is up. Chloe Sansom with MK Dons Adobe FA Cup lives on the line. In comes a delivery. Thomas Kane didn't get convincing contact on it, and Blues are looking to break now. Lawley plays through Fuso, and the goalkeeper is still up. It's Ivana Fuso for Blues to seal it towards goal, and in! Blues put themselves in the hat for the 4th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. They've left it late, but in the end, Blues at the double at Stadium MK, and with MK Dons pushing for an equaliser one end, Blues put the results beyond all doubt. Ivana Fuso picks up her 3rd goal of the season, and she still had so much to do after being found by Gemma Lawley. 2 Dons players in hot pursuit. Fuso had to keep her cool, and the Brazilian slotted into the empty net to surely secure Blues' name in the 4th round of the Women's FA Cup. It's MK Dons 0, Blues Women 2. Remy Allen caught heavily by Rhiann Rush. Allen just blindsided by the MK Dons centre midfielder. Well, Blues have left it late. MK Dons have defended valiantly, but will be crestfallen. They've put in a hell of a shift for 93 minutes. But Chloe Yuri with her 1st goal for Blues, making the breakthrough, just squeezing the ball past Sampson on her left-hand post. And then Fuso putting the game beyond all doubt. A counter in the blink of an eye. Lawley set Fuso on her way, and Fuso did the rest, firing into the empty net. And Blues are now in the hat for the 4th round. Allen sporting the ice pack on the back of her neck, seems to be okay, thankfully. Looks like a bit of a nasty one with Rhiann Rush, but it's MK Dons who will be battered and bruised from this result. Crestfallen, to say the least. And the back heel finds Devlin. MK Dons still pushing for, surely at this stage, what would be a consolation. And the referee puts the whistle to her lips, and there it is. Blues are through to the 4th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. They certainly left it late, but Chloe Yuri broke the deadlock in stoppage time. A timely occasion to get her first Blues goal for Birmingham City. And then with MK Dons pushing for an equaliser, Blues countered a devastating effect, and Ivana Fuso putting the tie beyond all doubt as she slotted into the empty net, vacated by Chloe Sansom. Big credit has to go to MK Dons. They defended valiantly, really disciplined in their shape, and made Blues work really hard for this victory. But the Women's Championship side found a way and their name will be in the hat for the fourth round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. They will now travel to the northeast to face Sunderland to see out the calendar year. But here at Stadium MK, Blues certainly left it late. But in the end, it was great from Chloe Uri and Ivana Fuso. It's finished MK Dons 0, Blues 2. Blues progress in the Adobe Women's FA Cup.